Okay, now we can see that our device has built. All the devices are active, except for our specified spare here, where we use the -X switch, /dev/sdb6. It is clean. Now, if we use the mdatom --fail command and specify a device, we must first specify the array and then the device. When we fail our disk, we must specify the RAID array and the device within the array to fail. We have set SDB2 to be faulty, so now if we do an mdatom -d/dev/md0, we can see that /dev/sdb2 has been set to faulty, and that /dev/sdb6 has taken its place and is rebuilding within the array. Okay, now if we take a look at the readout again, we can see that the array has completely rebuilt. All the devices are active, and now there is a spare that's faulty. You'll have to remove it and re-add it into the RAID array if you would like to keep it as a spare device. So we do mdatom --remove from /dev/md0 /dev/sdb2. And then now we can do mdatom -add /dev/md0 /dev/sdb2. Now, if we do an mdatom -d/dev/md0, we can see that the device is added back in as a spare device. And that is how you can view a failing array. You can view it as it fails, as it rebuilds, and how you can remove and add a software RAID device within Red Hat. Next, we will be adding a file system to your RAID device and mounting it. We'll do the mke2fs command, and we'll do /dev/md0. Our file system is complete, and now we can mount /dev/md0 to a predefined mount point that was created earlier. And now our RAID array is mounted and ready to be used. Our next topic of discussion will be the Logical Volume Manager, also known as LVM. To put it simply, LVM is a tool that can be used to create logical volumes within Red Hat. This allows you to take physical volumes, your disks, and group them in various combinations into a logical volume, a volume that is only defined in software. When working with LVM, the three commands that you will use most often will be pvcreate, vgcreate, and lvcreate. pvcreate initializes a physical disk in a manner that makes it recognizable by LVM. vgcreate allows you to create a volume group, and lvcreate allows you to create a new logical volume. And now we're going to be using LVM to create a new logical volume and mount it within Red Hat Enterprise Linux. The first thing we're going to do is initialize the physical volume with the pvcreate command. And the volume we're going to be using is a partition on /dev/stb. Now that you have created your physical volume, the next thing you're going to do is create your volume group with the vgcreate command. And what you're going to do is first you're going to name your volume group, so we're going to use volume group 1. and then you specify your physical volume that you previously initialized. Next, we are going to create the logical volume. So we're going to use the LV-create command here. First thing we're going to specify is the size of the logical volume, which is going to be 100 megabytes. The next thing we're going to specify is the name of the logical volume, which we're going to call logical volume 1. Next, we must specify which volume group it belongs to, which is going to be volume group 1. Now, if we do an ll of /dev/volume group 1, we can see that the logical volume exists. So, what we can do now is apply a file system to the logical volume with the mke 2fs-j to make an ext3 file system command. We specify the device by using the volume group name followed by the logical volume name, and now the logical volume is mountable within your file system. So you mount /dev/volume group 1 to logical volume 1 to /mount. Now when you look, mount shows logical volume 1 mounted on /mount, and if you do a df-h, you can see your logical volume there as well. Thank you for watching our tutorial video on RAID and Logical Volume Manager. You should now be able to create RAID volumes using terminal commands within Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and you should also be able to create logical volumes using terminal commands within Red Hat Enterprise Linux.